If you're a business owner tired of missing calls, losing leads, or burning hours on repetitive tasks, this is for you. At Sonar, we build voice AI agents that actually talk to your customers, book appointments, answer FAQs, and just free up your time. In this video, I'll show you how you exactly set up one of these on your own from scratch in just a few minutes. And if you want one built for you, just custom for your business, there's a link in the description for you to book a one-on-one call with me. Let's get into it. To give a quick idea of what we're going to build today, so we have Retail on one side, Cal.com on the other. Retail allows us to set the agent that we are going to work with. So we put the model, we put the prompt, and we put the functions that we want to work with. Now, functions allow us to say, okay, now please go and check the calendar availability in Cal.com. So the agent is kind of using this function to go and check Cal.com for available time slots. And once the agent, let's say, gets a response back, hey, look, we have today from 3 to 5 p.m. there is availabilities. We kind of get that response back. And then we're saying, okay, we have these 3 availabilities. We will tell the user and we will give them a choice on which one to book. The user decides. And then once they decide, boom, we go back to Cal.com with the book appointment function, and we book, first of all, and then once we book, we go back to Retail to provide, let's say, the response of, hey, your booking is confirmed, or there is an issue with your booking, or we have a technical issue. And this setup is pretty much handled with APIs. So that's a bit big, API. Yeah, which we will be getting from Cal.com. So a requirement for this is pretty much, the 2 functions, the prompt, of course, an API and an event ID, which pretty much is the calendar or the calendar that we want to look into. Okay, so with that said, maybe let's start with Cal.com, perhaps to set everything up in order to then, go back to Retail and set it easily. So in Cal.com, you want to go and create your own profile. It's pretty simple and intuitive. And then once you do that, you will be provided with event types. And well, if you need an event specific type, you can create one. I'm just going to go for the one provided here. And what we need here, you can customize it as you wish, put the availability at any time of the day that you like. You can put limits, for example, if you want some buffer time. So for example, I generally like for myself to have 1 day buffer time. Yeah, you can play around with that. In the advanced section, you can kind of customize even more. You can add fields when it comes to the calendar. Like for example, I want a specific field, like reason for scheduling or taking some notes. That's something that you can play around with. Anyways, the information that we will need specifically is going to be 2 things, as we said before, the API and the event ID. So to get the API, we go into the settings, we go to API keys, and then what we do is we pretty much create a specific API key. In my case, I'm just going to call it, I have my notes here, YouTube Retail, YouTube Retail.com. Let's set it for 30 days and save. Once we get the API key, you want to make sure to copy it. So make sure to copy it and put it somewhere safe. I'll put it here. I'll just replace it with the API key that I had before. Maybe let's delete this one. These were notes from before. Good. Okay, good. Then we click on done. We have it and we go back. Now, what we need is a ID, event ID. So what is an event ID? So each of these meetings that you see here is a unique meeting. The way that we make them as a unique and identify them is through an ID. So how do we get this ID? So for example, when we make an API call in here, so we tell Retail, hey Retail, go to Cal.com and check for 30 minutes meeting. We want to specifically look for that. And the way we say 30 minutes meeting and not 15 minutes meeting is through the event ID. And that's where we get it, is through the link. You will see a number that is between the event types and the tab number. You just get it, copy it, and put it again somewhere safe, and voila, you have your event ID. Now, we should be set here in Cal.com, and we need to go to Retail AI. Now, I do have a sample prompt that I wrote here. It's nothing fancy, just saying, hey, you're a friendly assistant for booking booking appointments for a massage center. Your goal is to find available times. So the important part is just to say, when a user asks about availability, use the check calendar availability function, and when they want to book appointment. So, and the way we set these is through the functions section. You will see this here. And you will see, let's say, nothing probably. Maybe let's delete them to go through it together. So you will see nothing. You will only see end call probably. And the way that you add them is just you click on add. You will see here, check calendar availability, cal.com. So it's natively integrated. You click on that. And what you can do is, as you see, we just add the keys that we got before. So API key and event type ID. So again, I will go back to my notes. Boom. I take, maybe it asks first for the API key, we just select that, and then we go back and we get the ID, and voila. Now, an important thing is the time zone. You gotta make sure that your time zone is correct in order for it to just give you the times in your time zone. Now, I was working with a client, so they are based in Chicago. Well, I think they're not based in Chicago, but in the Chicago time zone area. So I hope I spelled that correct. Yeah, good. So you said that. Actually, let's put it here as well, because we will need it later. Because we will do the same thing for book on the calendar. So we do that. We add the API key again. Actually, let's add the time zone because we have it saved already. API key, boom, and then the ID. And voila, we're all set pretty much. We just connected retail with cal.com. So this is how we kind of, connect the two. So, if we now kind of start the agent and make a call and we say, hey, look for appointments, it will just go to back cal.com and then go back and kind of do this information transfer through the APIs. Oops. Okay. All right. So now we can pretty much start the call. So we have everything pretty much, and we could just test it and see if it works. Actually, a bonus tip here is to use manual chat. Like if you want to save on credits and stuff, it's also very quick. Hello, I'm Anne from Retail. This is a good time to talk. Yes. Then it says, great, how can I assist you today? Would you like to check availability? Let's say I want to book a session for tomorrow at, let's say 4 p.m. Let's see if it works. Okay, let me check. So now here is the interesting part also for when you use test LM, it's that you're able to see how the agent is working and thinking. And here we say it's looking for the start time. For me, I asked for 4 p.m. Good. And then end time, it just looks for 1 hour slot. And then it checks if there is availability. And then, it kind of gives you the available slots. In our case, it's 2. And I think we can see it here. Oh, no. It just says from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. All good. It just takes 1 slot. Okay, so we do have availability for 4 p.m. Blah. Could you please provide your name and email to complete the booking process? And why is it asking this? It is asking this because if we go into, I think advanced, it pretty much asks for name, email. So that's why we kind of need this. So if you were, for example, to preview this cal.com, which you can kind of book it yourself, you can kind of see these details are actually needed. Yeah, this was my dummy email anyways. So you need a name and you need an email address in order to finalize the booking. And that's why it's kind of asking us that as default. If you were to put for example, a phone number and it's required, then it would be asking for it. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so let's put, my name is Mo and my email is example@example.com. Boom. Amazing. And then it goes, looks for the time, puts the information that we just kind of went through in cal.com, and to result, successful booked appointment. So your massage session is booked, and we're pretty much good to go. So that was a pretty simple setup that you can quickly spin up, and just to get a sense of how retail works, cal.com work. Of course, this is not production ready. It's just to show you how to test it today, quickly. But I do go over more complicated and complex, let's say, setups in other videos, so feel free to check these. in this video, I would like you to leave a like, and please, if you have any questions, just ask in the comment section. And also, if you want to talk to me directly one-on-one, there is a link in the description, actually a Cal.com link, so you can book a call directly through there. Yeah, with that said, I will see you next